Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to Positive Light Tarot. My name is Tracy, and I am so happy that you are here with me today. This is your weekly reading for May 5th to the 11th. All right, so let's get right into your reading. For those of you that are new to my channel, I want to welcome you, and those, of course, that are returning, thank you very much for sharing your time with me today. Now, of course, my hope is all the time that these readings resonate with you. It is impossible for it to reach everyone because it is a general reading. But if you do find that the energies kind of match what you're going through at this time, I really appreciate you leaving me comments. I love interacting with you as well. It helps with the energy as well. But also, I just want to also take this time out to thank all of you that have subscribed to my channel. For those of you that like and share the channel, it really helps me as I move through my journey as well. And it really does help to promote Positive Light Tarot. So I can't thank you enough for all of that support. Scorpio, let's get right into the most important thing. And that is, of course, your energies. We are going to discuss your incoming energies. So from spirit angels and guides, what we want to concentrate and focus on is the incoming energies that surround the week, as well as discuss your current energies, and then of course we will add layers to all of this with tarot cards. So this just helps us to get a better understanding and meaning to what's happening here. So spirit angels, guides for the beautiful sign Scorpio. What is happening for the week? What are the incoming energies for Scorpio? Look at those. They want to flip, but then they say, no, I don't think so. That one really wanted to come out. So we're going to take that one for sure. And I'm going to just go through one more time, just in case something else wants to flip out. Now remember that when I read the cards, there is no gender with these cards. So all the cards I read them for what the face value is of them, but it does not represent gender in any way. All right, so the two cards that we got for your incoming energies, we've got number 2, energy, and number 5, people. Now, this number 5, people, I believe is a representation of you, Scorpio. The loving man or loving person is a water sign. So again, could be Pisces, could be Scorpio, could be Cancer. But because we are focusing on your energy, Scorpio, this is a representation of you. And it looks as if the sun is, as you can see, it's highlighting your happiness. It's highlighting growth with your emotions. And I think that it's almost as if there is some sort of a new path that may be opening up for you. Something that brings into balance what maybe your heart has been wanting as well. Now again, our heart chakra is linked to so many things that we do in life. It's linked to our well-being, it's linked to our health, and of course it's linked to our financial aspirations, our goals where our relationships are concerned. So again, it's going to really touch each of you a little bit differently. But I definitely feel like this is your energy. And this number 2 energy, the planning and action, you are planning something, and I think you might be planning something pretty big. Because when you look at this, you can see that, for some of you, these plans could be that you're building, okay? You could be building a home or building up an investment. For others of you, you could be planning world travel or planning a move. Maybe you're planning to open up your own business or expand a business. But no matter what the case is and however it resonates with you, there is definitely something that you are passionately planning. And now this love of something that you are turning into maybe something prosperous, it's time to put action behind the plan. So that's the two major energies that are coming through for this week. Now we want to expand on that. So we're going to discuss your current energies. Let's find out currently where things are, because again, that can help, put everything together as well. So we've got number 8, stuck energy. We've got number 6, another energy card. So you've got a lot of energy going on here, lots of thought processes and lots of, wanting to take the action. Fragmented energy. And then look at that, you've got number 1, cycle, and it's a new beginning. So again, we have a new path that's opening up for you, something that is filled with following your heart, following your dreams, maybe following that dream that you've always wanted to put put together, but you haven't quite known what to do. And now all of a sudden it seems like everything's aligning for you. So the stuck energy, I see the rainbow here, which means you are not heavily stuck in anything. Sometimes it is just our energy that needs a little bit of a boost. But I think you're getting that. 8s are about action. So I think you're taking the action to get yourself out of that stuck energy. And the rainbow shows, of course, rainbows come after any conflict or storm. So I feel like that is coming to a resolution. The 6 energy here with the fragmented energy is really, again, it's trying to get all of these ideas. You know, again, it's maybe you're putting together a whole bunch of ideas and you've got all these different puzzle pieces that you've got, and you're trying to fit them together. You're trying to figure out where they fit, where they make sense. Fragmented energy can go hand in hand with the planning and action because, again, there's so many different pieces to a puzzle. But once you can finally feel like even 1 or 2 of those pieces start to fit, the plan begins to grow. And once it gets to that position where you're ready to take action, you're going to start to feel your energy also start to flow more as well. And then number 1 cycle, of course, is the whole new beginning. So again, all of these, I think your brain has been on high active sort of go motion, because I think that there's a lot of things that you have really wanted to, facilitate. There's a lot of things that you're wanting to bring into fruition. And it's just a matter of those plans that you're putting into action. You're just making sure that those plans are strategic, that they make sense financially, that they make sense morally, that they're in line with your wishes, your dreams, your hopes. And I think that this is really the key to what's the energy is for you this week. All right, let's get into your tarot cards because we want to bring more layers to these energies. So we're going to get 9 cards. I'm going to talk about them, but then we're going to clarify each one. So Scorpio, let's start with the first card there. We got the 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords, something you feel trapped, you feel blindfolded, but could be waiting on some information. Let's see, I feel like you are going to get some messages as well. Let's see, Spirit Angels, Guides. King of Cups, I think that's you showing up in your own reading again. It's the loving man energy. The 9 of Cups, see, you're in alignment with your wishes and your dreams. That's good. Feeling emotional fulfillment towards the things that you are planning for your life. Some of you could be transitioning from, everyday work to retirement. And this is now time to put different plans into action. All right, we want to get the last 3 cards here for Scorpio. I'm going to go through the deck again. 3 more cards, please. Thank you. Ace of Cups, new beginnings, new abundance. And it's so funny because with all of the readings I've been doing this week, the Devil card's been coming up. So the Devil is about making decisions too. It's making sure that you're making decisions and not feeling that sense of feeling entrapment. Sometimes, and I don't know why this is, I don't know sometimes why these words come to me. But sometimes when our life starts to roll in the right direction and things start to fall into place, there always seems to be this little prankster or this devil or this in the back of our mind, or whether it's an actual person or a situation that makes us doubt something, and that's sort of feeling trapped as well. And you have to make sure that you do not let any of that get to you. Stay focused on your plan, because if this is something you truly want, you can manifest that new beginning, and you can manifest the things that you want. You can push away that energy that you feel might be weighing you down or making you think that you have to go in a different direction. We need reinforcements here, and I think your spiritual angels, the spiritual guides, I think they're all here to help you, and I think we're going to see that as we move through the reading. So let's start with the 8 of Swords here. Again, and the 8 of Swords, being swords, it's the mental suit. Mental suit is our thought processes. It's how we communicate things. It's how we see things. It's how our mind, shifts and changes as well. With the 8 of Swords, you are looking into a mirror and you're seeing yourself as blindfolded with swords around you, and your hands are loosely tied behind your back. You feel like you can't move. You feel like you can't go anywhere. there's a blindfold on you because you can't see straight. You can't see clarity. And again, this is your thought process. This isn't actually happening to you by any means. It is somewhat trapped in fear, and we can sometimes feel trapped in fear when there's lots of changes taking place in our life. That fragmented energy that's in your current energies, that fragmented energy can produce this type of feeling. So I don't think that it's uncommon to start feeling a little bit of fear. Because again, if you are planning some big moves in your life, they may require you to invest more money into something or maybe more time into something. And that's when the fear starts to set in. But I think that when you are able to remove that blindfold, you're going to see very much that those swords aren't really anywhere near you, and you are able to untie yourself. Now, the Princess of Wands, I believe, is the transformational message that could be coming through this week that is actually going to help re-inspire you. Okay, so there's something that is of great inspiration, and I think that it is going to really elevate your plans. This is a message maybe that you've been waiting for, and you're trapped in fear because you haven't received the answers to your questions, or you haven't received that message yet. The King of Cups, I believe, is truly your energy. I think that's you shining through here. King of Cups, watery energy, very grounded with his emotions, meaning he still shows that emotional side, but he's also able to keep things together, especially when there might be some turbulence. You're able to do that. This King of Cups as well, very intuitive. So, and with the purple around you, it really shows that crown chakra. Very much of great spiritual intelligence. So I think that is quite fitting for you as well. The Nine of Cups is your wish fulfillment. It's not just wishes and dreams, really aligning, but it's also the emotions that are attached to your wishes and your dreams. So it's feeling really good about the place that you're in, and really feeling like you are working towards the happiness that something you're planning. Like you feel as if this plan is really in alignment with what you truly feel and want in your life. The Ten of Swords in the middle of your reading here. This is something letting go. This is definitely a letting go. It's time for a situation to close. It is the end of a situation, and we see, of course, it looks troublesome here when we see 10 swords piercing into the person. But it is a blessing in disguise. It is something that is a necessary end to something that may have been ongoing for you. And it could have been what was keeping you trapped in fear as well. And all that fear and whatever it is that is meant for you to let go is going to help you feel even stronger when you put those plans into motion. The Four of Coins, you are holding tightly onto something, and it is time to let go. Transformations are inevitable for you, Scorpio. And, the Four of Coins, it shows that stability is very important to you as well. And that's why there's always that fear of losing a little bit of control, or fear of letting something go, because, you want to always maintain that sense of stability. But there are transformations that are definitely circulating around you. Now, when we get the clarifying cards, we're going to understand this a little bit more. The Ace of Cups is a lot of emotional abundance, and I feel like you really are in alignment with emotional abundance here. The Devil can be Capricorn energy, number 15, but it also can be sort of our addictions to things. It can be that heavy weight of a situation that you may feel is a little toxic, or there could be somebody's energy around you that you feel is a little controlling, or trying to control a situation. But there is something that you are going to be putting a close to. You are saying goodbye to something in your life. And with it being in the same row, I know not vertically, it's more horizontal, but there is a new message that comes with inspiration. And I think that might also inspire you to let whatever this is, let it go. We don't want that to consume us, or to force us in some way to make a decision that we know is not really, we don't want to be forced in a direction which we don't feel good about. And then the Two of Wands is very much that planning and action. We are making our plans. We are ready to deliver our plans, but we must now put movement behind it. So again, it's really taking those plans and starting to figure out what choices and decisions you need to make to start putting those plans into motion. All right, Scorpio, let's start clarifying, and we're going to do that with the Eight of Swords. So let's find out what that Eight of Swords means for you, Scorpio. Spirit, angels, guides. Remember, you're in the phase of a new beginning. You've got the Eight of Swords, and you've got the Prince of Chalices, which is actually the Princess of Cups. All right, so again, very watery energy. I'm seeing a lot of emotions linked to the things that are going on this week for you. This is intuitive insights. So again, even psychic abilities. You could feel that sort of psychic pull or that feeling in your gut that is going to help give you the guidance that you're looking for. And I think for you to remove this mask, blindfold, to remove these swords and to stop looking and fearing whatever the situation is, put your trust into your own inner knowing. And I think that you will find that the messages that you need are all really within you. And I think that there is a very positive message coming through that is going to help you. It's going to reduce that fear. Now let's find out with the Princess of Wands, because I feel like this is a message that's really going to transform things for you. And it comes through meditation. Everybody's been getting the Devil card and the Hermit card, and it's quite interesting. I think that there could be a lot of heavy presence in the air this week, and maybe that's why it's affecting so many of the signs. And I think what it's requiring is for nobody to rush into anything. I think what the universe is trying to say here with the Hermit coming up specifically in your reading is that sometimes we need to isolate, or we need to take a step back, and we need to do a little soul searching. And it could be because we feel this heavy presence sort of circulating around us. This Hermit card is going to be of great, it's going to be a great learning experience for you, Scorpio. And I think this is why the angels, your spirit guides, are encouraging you to take some time out for yourself. Building up your inner resources through meditation or through quiet time and space by yourself allows your thought processes to kind of, to go in and out of what the pros and cons of things are. Again, there is definitely a new beginning opening up for you, but it might require you to do that deep inner soul searching so that you feel very confident when you can see that light shining within you, because that light is going to actually, really light the path for which direction is going to be the best suitable for you, that stays in alignment with what your true wishes and your true emotional fulfillment is. But this Princess of Wands and the transformations that are going to take place, it could be messages that are coming in, and it's going to be something that you need to take some time out to really do some deep thinking about. Let's find out with the King of Cups. King of Cups. There we go. And look at that. You got the Six of Wands. That's lovely energy. This is feeling a great sense of accomplishment. And in fact, people are recognizing you as well for the hard work that you've put into something. So I feel like if it's not even just people recognizing you or giving you a round of applause for something, it's you really feeling your self-worth. You really feel confident. And again, you really feel like you have accomplished something. And this is a great sense of victory, personal victory as well. So I think that you are definitely achieving a lot of victory. And I think a lot of it comes through this new self-discovery. I think you're discovering something new about yourself. And it's giving you a new sense of strength. And it's freeing you from whatever you feel was maybe restricting you from starting something new, or maybe embracing love in a new way. Let's find out with the Nine of Cups. See what's happening with this Nine of Cups. And we've got the King of Cups. Again, I feel like there is a lot of you coming up in this reading, a tremendous amount of water signs. You could be also surrounded by a lot of people that have that same element in their chart as well. Definitely more of an emotional feel to this week. But the Nine of Cups, again, with the King of Chalices or King of Cups coming in with the Nine of Cups, it shows that you are on target and you are in alignment with what you truly want. How beautiful is that? Now, the Ten of Swords is the letting go. Because, you know, when we let go and we heal, the sun begins to shine again, and then we start our new journey. And see, there's a delay. There's a delay. I think it could be because you're holding on tightly to something that probably inevitably needs to change, but you have to be ready for that. And maybe that's going to require you to do a little bit of soul searching before you can truly really feel good about whatever it is that you have to put closure to. Eventually, I think you will realize that it is a blessing in disguise, and that the changes that are occurring and the endings that are occurring are just setting you up for success as you embark on this new journey. But the number 12 here, the Hanged Man, this is the sacrifices sometimes that we feel we're making as well. It's having to take a little bit of a step back or a delay. So there could be some delays in certain things this week. But what that does, it allows you to look at the situation from a new lens or from a new perspective. And by being able to do that, it will give you a newfound sense of strength. And I think that you will be able to pick up on the areas of your life that you know need some change, and that circumstances in your life that have been lingering, that you have never really been able to feel like you could put closure to. You know, this week your perception on all of that could very well change. The Four of Coins, of course, is holding on so tightly. And, you know, again, we can keep planning and planning and planning and feel good about our plans, but if we don't release some of that, you know, if we don't release some of what we're holding on to so tightly, we don't allow the transformations to take place either. The Knight of Wands is encouraging you to take some action. And I think that you know, taking action, because the Knight of Wands is a very fiery energy, and it is also one of the fastest moving knights in the deck as well. You know, very much this knight is encouraged to move forward, and he's very much protected as well as he journeys through this. This could be you, again, planning a move. Maybe it's a move with your job. Maybe it's a move for love. Maybe it's a move to a better, maybe you're upgrading your home, or, you know, maybe you're just getting into the housing market. You know, whatever the case may be, there's transformations that definitely need to take place. You are going to have to release a little bit of what you hold on to so tightly, because something in your life is ready. It's almost like it's ready at that point to change, right? And things are going to start moving, and you kind of have to move with the ebb and flow of it. The Ace of Cups, let's find out. We've got emotional abundance here with the Ace of Cups. And you got the Ace of Swords. Look at that. So 2 aces right there. Lovely. The Sword of Truth and Victory. Also the Sword of Balance, because you think about it. That is one sword that stands, you know, upright. It's very balanced. And you've got the owls on either side showing wisdom. So there's a lot of wisdom in this card. You're even in meditation mode here. I almost feel like this is the hermit who's sitting there, and he's gaining all of this perspective. He's gaining all of this information, and he now feels he can break free. He feels this great sense of victory because he's able to reveal some sort of truth. And that's what brings all of this emotional abundance. Let's find out why this devil is here. Let's see. The devil, why we see the devil. Could be, again, it could be just that there's a Capricorn in your life right now. There could be somebody who is a Capricorn bringing you a message. The Princess of Wands, this is some sort of message. Now, I'm going to take it that this message is going to be in written form, so it could come through the mail, it could come through a letter, it could come through email, text message. I feel like with Princess of Wands being very highly motivated and energetic and inspired energy, that it's going to be something that is in line with your hopes and your wishes. The Princess of Wands that you got over here, so to the left of the center card, is the same card as the clarifying card here. So there definitely is a message, and I feel like this is a message that is going to help make you feel that sense of freedom. So be on the lookout for a message, because I feel like the message is what's going to bring you some sort of truth to a matter, and it's going to be that breakthrough that you've been looking for. And it could be the breakthrough that you've been wanting, so that you can actually take those plans and move them and set them into motion. Let's find out with the Two of Wands. And you got 2 cards. You got the King of Wands. I feel like there's a lot of people around you this week. Like, unbelievable amount of people. You've got the Princess of Cups. You've got the King of Cups. You've got the Princess of Wands twice. You've got the Knight of Wands. You know, you've got now the King of Wands. A lot of fiery energy. Highly motivated. Ready to make some moves. And the Chariot here, number 7. This is really feeling a great sense of victory. So I feel like this is going to be the week where you collect all of your information. You get to the truth of certain matters. You break free from whatever it is that's been maybe a distraction or holding you back from making a decision or making you feel trapped in any way. I believe that there is definitely multiple messages coming through that are setting you in down the road of victory. And you're feeling a great sense of determination. And there could be somebody that is either partnering, and I'm not going to say partner like, it's not really even a partner. It's somebody who is collaborating. I think that's a better word. Collaborating with you to help you to start the ball rolling, so that you're not going to feel like you are hanging in suspension for too long. You know, I know the Hanged Man being ruled by Neptune can feel like it's lingering there for a long time. But you know, when you truly make up your mind up to let something go, you're going to see that things are going to start to move in the right direction for you as well. All right, we want to get into now, we're going to do your career, money, and finance. So let's find what those cards are for you. So career, money, and finance, influence. You know, the influence card, I'm going to put it back. It says, use your influence for change. You may do public speaking, social videos or interviews. Your voice and opinions are important. Right? So what you have to say is important. So just know that. Don't underestimate the power of your voice and how you communicate. You know, I think that you actually have a lot of people that maybe support this plan that you're doing as well. So let's find out. Spirit Angels Guides for Scorpio. This is career, money, or finance. Some of you are not in careers anymore. So it could be just your financial aspirations as well. Let's find out. Spirit Angels Guides. There we go. On the table. I think a lot of people are getting offers this week. Interesting. Let's find out what this first card is. It says frozen, right? So there may be a hiring freeze or no new work. Being aloof can leave you out in the cold. A warm follow-up gets you in the door. Okay, so that could be for some of you if you've been really feeling like this would be more for somebody who is maybe been looking for work. All right, there doesn't seem to be a lot of work going on, but the most important thing is that if you have had interviews, or if you have had something where you've been sending in your resume, it's really important to do those follow-ups. All right, money matters. It says money matters a lot now. So watch your expenses and save up for the future. You need to be prepared for the unexpected. So there could be some unexpected shifts. Although I don't feel like anything is unexpected in a conflicting way. I think that it's just saying that along the way, you know, as you move forward, you know, holding on tightly to your money to a certain extent is going to benefit you. But I think as long as you're using caution, I think that's the most important thing. We don't want to be spending our money frivolously, but we do have to let transformations take place as well. The answers, so you will resolve your current situation soon. Work-wise, you find unique ways to stand out. You find a new opening with job security. So for those of you that have been feeling almost as if you've been at a standstill, or maybe that things have been a little bit frozen, again, maybe stuck energy, because that's what that frozen would be. I think that this is a situation that will soon resolve itself. So things are starting to move quite well here for you. Plus, you've got a lot of positive messages coming through this week as well. And on the table, it says time to put your demands on the table and get serious about what you want. Now, whether or not that is you getting serious with yourself about what it is you want, or whether or not you are putting all your cards on the table with where you work, place of employment. So, if you are due for a review, ask for a raise, ask for a promotion, or a step up. So for some of you, it might be the time to do that as well. All right, so let's get an additional angel message for you. Let's find out. Spirit Angels Guides, additional message for Scorpio, please. Something you'd like to share with Scorpio. Thank you. And they've got two messages for you. And the first one is gratitude. It says, life is one big continuous circle of giving and receiving energy. Be thankful for who and what is in your life instead of complaining about what you don't have. If you focus on gratitude, you'll start to attract prosperity and abundance. That is a message from your angels. The secondary message is about your intuitive nudges. Very important. Intuition is the language of the soul. We are all born aware with a profound sense of inner knowing. Intuition is one of the greatest gifts we possess, which keeps us connected to our higher selves, the universe, and to our divine spirit. Watch for those intuitive nudges, your third eye, protection. And again, it's messages that are coming through specifically for you. Let's do a few extra messages for you as well with the tea leaf, because you got lots of things going on. Let's find out if there's any extra messages that you'd like to share with the beautiful sign Scorpio. Anything else you'd like to share? There we go. We've got 3 there, and then I'm going to just do the second part. This is a very, very big deck. So let's just go through that, see if there's anything else. All right, and I'm thinking that is it. All right, you've got the wall. So a misunderstanding. So there could be a misunderstanding where there's a little bit of trouble, but you hold the key. So again, if there is some sort of conflict or misunderstanding or something like that, you hold the key because this is a successful outcome to your problems. So again, positive communications are going to help with a misunderstanding. That's the most important thing. So things don't have to stay that way. And it could be, the misunderstanding could have something to do with an accusation or some sort of trouble. But just know that you actually hold the key and that there is going to be a successful outcome to your problems. So again, that could be why you are feeling like you have to close out the situation of something. Maybe that's the successful outcome. You're seeing things from a new perspective. So this misunderstanding or trouble is going to be able to resolve itself. All right, beautiful. We like to see all problems turn out successfully. All right, let's see here. We're going to get your angel number, and then I'm going to read the affirmation. They want you to have two cards here. There's a lot of people around you this week. Really feel the presence of a lot of people. So the 2 numbers, I'm going to start with the first one here. It's number 61. And number 61 is all about self-love. Very important for all of us. And what this is encouraging you to do is to love and believe in yourself. Remember, you're an ongoing work in progress, and you didn't choose to come here to be the perfect person with the perfect life. Everything in your life is a reflection of what you believe about yourself. So nurture yourself with love. And that's really what these 2 cards are. Don't be blindfolded, right? Don't be blindfolded and look at yourself as trapped. Look at yourself through the eyes of love. So the affirmation for number 61, the self-love, is it says, I love and believe in myself, and I make my dreams come true. You have the capability of making those dreams come true. And then look at this beautiful number 8. We love the number 8. You are also, astrologically, you are the number 8. This card is also leading you towards a time of manifestation. Number 8. So by making peace with your life as it is today and appreciating what you already have, you will create the life you've always imagined. See, all of these cards are in alignment with what your wishes are, which you want to manifest into your life. And by showing gratitude and appreciation, which is what your angels have really reinforced here as well, is that you are going to really be able to believe in yourself, and that you are going to be able to create that life you've always imagined. So your affirmation is, I use my thoughts to make my dreams come true. Wow, lovely energies here. I hope that this resonates. Like I say all the time, I really do. I know it can't with all of you, but if it does, please let me know. Please like, share, subscribe, and until next time, sending love, light, and positive vibes.